Thank you so much for joining me here today, Alyssa Arundell, for our May 2020 tarot card reading. I'm really honoured that you're spending your time with me here today, and for this month's reading, in ordinary circumstances, I'd like us to delve more into our relationships, into our finance, into our career. But the current climate really is dictating a lot of decisions we can make and a lot of things that we can do, and so because of this coronavirus, I thought that this month we could look more into our internal being and more about our spiritual path, more about our self-development. And that might sound a little bit boring to some of us, but really that inner journey, that inner dialogue is really going to help us navigate forwards in our lives. And so that is the intention that I'm putting onto the cards for this month. So without further ado, let's get into this month's reading to see what it holds for you. Hello Cancer, and welcome to your monthly tarot card reading for the month of May 2020. Let us see what your present situation holds for you. Well, we had a card fly out there, so I'll just pick that up. The card that flew out is Death. You might not think that's the happiest card to see for your present situation, but death does not always mean physical death. This is a metamorphosis of some kind that I feel you're going through, Cancer. Perhaps it could be that the current situation, the coronavirus situation, has been really weighing you down. It's been weighing a lot of us down, but I think, you're very, you can be very sensitive, Cancer. So I feel like this could have been upsetting you a lot, and you could actually be mourning these physical deaths that have happened. And maybe not just because of this virus. Perhaps there has been, loss in your own immediate circle that you're coming to terms with. But from a more spiritual viewpoint, I feel that this is about change. You're going through that catalyst. You're like the caterpillar that's gone, and you're changing into that butterfly, and it can be a painful process. A lot of the times when we hear about transformation, we feel like, oh, well, that sounds great, but it can be quite painful. The card here that's blocking you is actually, I don't see this as a block at all. This is the Wish card. This is the Nine of Cups. Probably, other than the Sun, it's just one of the most optimistic cards in tarot. People often say when you see this card come up for you, make a wish. So I'll give you a moment to make a wish on this Wish card. But for it to come up here, I think what you're wishing for is a death of some kind. It is the end of a situation. You're wanting this metamorphosis to happen. That's going to hold you in a really strong position, because a lot of people don't like change. A lot of people fear change. And perhaps you have even feared change as well at some point, but I feel like you're actually willing for it to happen now. You want this change. The card that grounds you here is the Five of Cups. So this is the card that our life is built upon at this current moment. This can always change for us. But I feel the Five of Cups here, it's kind of like, say these three cups have spilt over, and you're like, oh no, there were three tasty cups that I was really gonna look forward to drink, and you're worrying so much about what is lost that you don't see that you still have two tasty cups right in front of you. So it's about not, to sound cliche, not crying over spilt milk, okay? We have to look at what we do have rather than what has been lost. So I feel this is at sort of a point that you're on in your journey where you are actually coming to terms with some kind of loss, but also looking forward to the future. You have here in the past the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is very much about creativity, working together. It's about travel. So perhaps, this has been something that you were looking forward to. Perhaps you were looking forward to going on a vacation, or moving home, or moving to a new area, and that this situation has stopped you from being able to do that. That can be really frustrating. But on the plus side, if you had moved, perhaps you'd have been in a worse position. So it's kind of, what I'm getting from this spread so far is there's a lot of acceptance having to go on. You're having to accept a lot of things for just what they are. And that can be quite a hard pill to swallow. We have here the card that spiritually grounds you, the High Priest, often known as the Hierophant or the Pope. This card is very traditional. You know, it asks us to stick to the rules, to stick to the status quo. It asks us not to be individualistic, which is, you know, a lot of times we're always saying, oh, be individual, let your individuality shine. This card is saying, no. This time, stick to the rules, stick to the program, stick to what you know. It sounds boring, but I think it will help you in the long run if you just follow what is being put in front of you. Follow the trail of breadcrumbs. Have the patience to deal with that. The card that comes up for your immediate future here is the Magician. Fantastic. You've got another major arcana card. That's 3 so far. So this is a particularly important month for you. The Magician is about using all of our resources at hand. If we look at this card on his table, he has pentacles, he has wands, he has swords, he has cups. So he has all the suits, and he has this infinity symbol above his head. He's mixing, he's learning, he's trying new things, but ultimately he's a manifester. And I feel at the moment, Cancer, that you have this real ability to manifest what you want. So perhaps this Hierophant card is saying just be careful what you wish for. You had the 9 of Cups there. Be careful what you wish for. Your words have power at this time. Maybe just wish for things that are, you know, are going to help you. Let's have a look at your state of mind, Cancer, to see what's going on in that. Ta-da! This is just, I'm so happy for you, Cancer, because I just feel like you've had such a hard time lately. Seriously, guys, you know, I said earlier on that you can't get much better than the 9 of Cups unless it was the Sun, and you've got the Sun. This card is shining a light on anything negative that comes up in this spread. So the only negative cards we've really had so far is this 5 of Cups, and obviously death, depending on which way we want to look at it. This shines a light on all of it. I feel like you're getting this new-found optimism. And I feel this quiet time, if you have been having some time in isolation, I think you're one of the signs that may have benefited from this the most in some ways. I think it's like life has almost prepared you for this. Maybe you've experienced a lot of isolation anyway, and it feels like everybody's like in the same boat as you now. Maybe you're feeling a sense of peace from that in some way. As weird as that may sound. And I just feel like this is really, I feel almost choked up for you, because I just feel like there has been this hard slog and that these plans have changed. It's not been fair. And I think the tide is turning for you, Cancer. Oh, I'm so happy for you guys. The outside influence here is the Star. Seriously, like, we have so many major arcana cards. The Star, another fantastic card. This is about our hard work being rewarded in a lot of ways. You have 8 stars here. The way I like to look at the Star is if you look on this side, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 stars, and on this side there's 3, and it's almost like we have to put in 4 times the effort to get 3 out. Do you know what I mean? It's like sometimes it's been a hard slog for very little rewards, but when the Star comes up, it's like those rewards come in for us. You know, we're feeling very spiritually linked to the earth, and in an earth magical way, and we're feeling very linked to you know, a more ethereal way of being. So this very root chakra type energy, very primal, and then this very third eye energy, very ethereal. So I feel like this is such a wonderful balance for you, Cancer, of this energy coming in from an outside influence. Let's have a look at your hopes and fears. You have the King of Wands that comes up. I think that this is a hope. I think that you know, the King of Wands is someone who is very artistic, very creative. They often represent a fire sign. If it's somebody in your life, it could be an older male who does have these qualities. If it isn't a person, then it will represent creativity coming in, a newfound authority for what you believe in. I just feel like you're really stepping into a new chapter of your life. This is just fantastic stuff. And the outcome here, you've got the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles can sometimes mean we have to balance our resources a bit. So it can be a little bit sometimes a card of lack. But I feel in your spread, with all these positive energies around it, this is more feeling more balance in your life. Just feeling more at peace. Perhaps this is your health feels more balanced, or perhaps your family life feels more balanced. So what I'm getting from this is just a lot of joy coming in for you for the month of May. I think this could really be a month that could be one of your best so far, even in the current climate, Cancer. And I'm really, really happy for you guys, because you really deserve it. Thank you so much again for joining me here today for your monthly reading. I'm really honoured that you spent the time with me. If you would, again, like to check out your free 3-card tarot reading, you can find the information in the description box beneath this video, as well as your own one-to-one personal reading with myself, or even with Patrick. So until we speak again next month, I'm sending you many blessings, and keep safe and well. Alyssa.